Hey guys, it's Becca. Sorry the lighting is really off. It is a weird lighting day because we have no daylight outside right now because it is nighttime. So I have the garage lights on and then I have my weird light on and then I only have one of those weird lights on. So we're just gonna get on with this. Basically what I wanted to talk about today is rat introductions. I have a sheet here with me, kind of like a guideline of what I'm going to be going off of. This is kind of the guideline that helped me when I was introducing my rats. As you guys know, Shadow and Sky to Poppy, Moose, and Moki. And I have this sheet here with me. I will link this down in the description box below and you guys can go check that out for yourself. But I'm going to kind of be going off of this, kind of mixing in my own tips and things like that for introducing your rats. First step you will want to do is to put cage A right next to cage B, just close enough so that they can see each other and smell each other, but not way too close where they can stick their tails or hands or fingers or whatever into each other's cages and get it injured. You just want to keep it a little distance, you know. The second thing you will want to do after that for a few days is you will want to take something from cage A, something from cage B, and switch them around. And so you will take maybe a hammock from one cage and a little piece of scrap fleece from the other cage and just switch it around. They can kind of smell each other. Make sure it's kind of soiled. The third thing you are going to want to do is switch the rats into the other's cage, but do not keep the current resident in the cage while you do this. You wouldn't appreciate an intruder in your home and your rats don't either. So basically, in essence, you're going to take the rats out of cage A and put cage B's rats into cage A and vice versa, and so they kind of get to discover a little bit, kind of get to smell their scent and just kind of their whole layout and just everything. It's kind of like a tour. It helps the introduction process go smoothly because they kind of try and get used to each other's scent. But make sure when you do this, don't leave them in there for too long. Don't leave them in there for over, let's say, an hour or two maybe. So then time comes where you actually have to introduce them. So basically what I did was I rub a little bit of vanilla extract on their bellies and on the base of their tail, and that kind of helps them, you know, have a little more of a similar scent. You are going to want to put your rats into a neutral territory. Like I said, the bathtub, the towel. I would really advise using a towel because they will stress poop most likely and pee and mark their scent everywhere. So if you don't want to wash your bathtub, you might just want to put like a towel there. I put a white towel there. Kind of a bad idea, but that's okay. They smudged the poop everywhere because it was stress poop. But yes, they did have a lot of fun meeting each other, and I really am so sorry that I lost my clips of the introduction itself because I did film it, but I deleted it, so I don't have it with me, but otherwise I would have shown you. But they did get along very, very well. I was really surprised. The second day I did not rub vanilla extract on them just to see how it would get along, if it made a difference or not, and it was still the same. The only conflict that was going on was with Moose. She was really trying to test Sky's dominance, and so she kept like trying to mount her and like push her around, and Sky was just kind of getting fed up with her. But out of all my rats, I thought Sky was going to be the one that would have most problems with the babies, but surprisingly Shadow had more problems with the babies than Sky. But overall there were no aggression issues, there weren't anything too serious, and no one got hurt or anything. I'm gonna call this cage A. So basically I cleaned out cage A and cage B, but I decided to put them all in cage A and took all of my accessories and washed them very well, and then kind of like get their scent out of it. And then so it helped them get along better. I guess there's no territorial issues because rats can be very territorial. They are very inclined to defend their territory. This thing is annoying me one second. Okay, so then after cleaning your whole cage out, you want to clean every single thing. And a frequently asked question, or at least a question that I was pondering and wondering about, was can I use my old fleece to use when I put my babies and everyone together? So I don't know if that question really made sense, but for me it was kind of a concern. I was really concerned as to if they would have any territory issues if I put fleece that Sky and Shadow used before and put it in when all of them were introduced. And surprisingly, I had no problem with that whatsoever. If you wash the fleece very well, there's not really a scent, although there still will be some of your old rat's fur on it, I've noticed. You can probably still see some of the fur stuck on the fleece, but there's really no scent. At least it didn't affect them at all. After putting them all into one cage, you will want to make sure that they are fine together. So you're going to want to sit there and watch them for a really long time and kind of just really keep a close eye on them. You want to make sure there are no signs of aggression, fur puffing, arched back, swinging tails. Sometimes gritting teeth can be a sign of like annoyance or distress. Lunging, you know, those type of behaviors, and of course like biting. So those are some signs of aggression. Also, if you want to break up fights, because they do and will probably most likely occur, you can take an oven mitt that I have up there. I just have it up there. An oven mitt and a spray bottle, that's just what I used, and you can kind of just like spray them when they're being bad. Just kind of like dog training, I guess some people do that to their dogs, because rats, they don't really like water on them, at least mine don't. And then an oven mitt, because you don't want to stick your hand in, because when rats are mad, they don't really see what they attack. And of course, fights will break out, like so. Poppy and Shadow, because Poppy is a very dominant rat as well as Shadow, so they kind of have a head-to-head sometimes, but they don't normally hurt each other. I don't see wounds or anything, and they've been living together for 2 weeks. So anyways, fights will occur. You want to let them be rats, you know, let them meet each other, let them smell each other. And sometimes as a rat parent, you can get really you can get just really paranoid and really, you know that feeling when you have like, you don't want your child to get hurt, but then you kind of also want them to meet? Yeah, just let them meet each other. Let them play with each other, let them fight with each other. They're gonna fight sooner or later because they want to figure out the pecking order. That's one more thing I needed to talk about, is when you put your rats together, pecking order will, incline them to fight. You will be seeing them jump around, chase around, biting each other. But not seriously like biting when there's a wound, just like using their teeth to grab each other. Yeah, that will happen sometimes. Rats will definitely fight. It is very common, not very common, it's just a rat thing to do. Don't break up a fight unless you see blood or anything. I know as a rat parent you can be really paranoid that your rats will get hurt. That's very understandable. I know exactly what that's like, and I was being such an overprotective mom when I was introducing them. But yeah, she has some tips here. The first one is don't introduce babies under 6 weeks old because, you know, they can't really defend themselves. Change up the interior design of the cage. So when you clean out cage A, make sure you clean out everything and switch everything around, so you kind of change the design of everything. You know, put the litter box in a different spot, or maybe like an igloo in a different spot, maybe not the litter box. I don't know how your rats will transition to using a litter box in a different area, because mine didn't do that very well, so I had to move the litter box back down. But also feeding them is really good, because you can kind of teach them that there are enough food for everyone and that they don't have to be very worried over food. She says that rats will battle for dominance. Remember, this is a fact. All rats, even rats that love each other, will wrestle and fight for dominance. This often looks and sounds worse than it is. You don't have to split them apart during dominance battles. That is really, really, really important whilst doing introductions. You need to remember that rats will fight, and as long as there's no blood, there's no foul. That is a very important rule, or at least one that I really take to— stop biting my necklace. At least one that I really like, because they're not really hurting each other, then it could just be— ow, she's biting my ear. What are you guys doing? Just little babies. Okay. And then separate aggressive rats immediately. Spray them with water, toss a towel over them, or separate them with an oven mitt over your hand. Do not try to separate rats with your bare hands, as they may attack you on accident. So like I said, oven mitt, spray bottle, yeah, that was useful. But if all else fails, go ahead and contact me. I am very glad and more than willing to help you out if you need help. Wow, that's creepy. But anyways, all my rats are living together now, all 5 of them. That would be Shadow, Sky, Shadow Sky, Poppy, Moosie, Moki. 5 rats. And they are having so much fun together. They really still fight for dominance. Quick update on the babies. They are doing very well. Poppy, the very, very skittish, crazy, curious rat. She's very skittish, but she's also very, very curious, and so her curiosity doesn't stop her from wandering away. When I'm letting them free range in my room, she is the cutest when she's really happy or when you're playing with her. You'll like do this to her, like do 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 do, and then she'll like doing doing doing. She'll like jump, like she'll bounce to the other part of the room and then hide there for a moment and then jump back because she wants to play with you, and it's really cute. I'm really glad and excited to see them grow, as I am supplementing them with protein every day, and they are growing very fast, and I don't want them to grow. I have some pictures actually of my rats that I will insert here. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave any comments, questions, and suggestions down below, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!